So is how it is, but looks like it's going to be the Lee Sin.
Okay.
But it does give good disengage and engage. Great 2v2 in the mid lane as well when you came with that mid-jungle combination. Just having so much single target execution damage between the Ahri and the Lee Sin. And it's going to be curious now. Again, lots of good team fighting tools for both sides. I do say that, you know, you said the Fiora
also has had pretty consistent mid lane priority in this matchup so far. So it's just a very clean and easy takeaway for OMG, and EDG just don't really have much of an answer because of the state of the map. There's no top wave necessarily being stacked up to be dope.
Yeah, a very unfortunate Tibbers into the mid lane. Speaking of unfortunate, we are going to see Abel. Yeah, no flash, no cleanse. You're dead. Does go over to Leona, but first blood to EDG, just capitalizing on a summoner mid. Just every single lane, bot and top, they are owning this side of the map, but this dragon now spawning, flash in, they're going to look to try and burst out Aki, and they will not be able to get him just yet. The kick is good, and Leave cleans up the kill. Perfect synergy there between the support and mid laner. Fully
OMG, like we've seen so many times so far this playoffs. That'll be a dragon apiece. We're going to get Ocean Soul, and Rift will be our point of opponents that OMG have faced so far. We know there's no glaring issue of confidence or anything like that. That's an early teleport, and
Mako has no flash. Yeah, Mako has no flash. They need to get one little bit more damage onto him. It will be Cream picking that one up there. So a little bit of an overextension does mean the death. But now PP God's kind of isolated. He finished up, I believe, his Frozen... or his Mythic, I should say. We are going to see that, Mako may have gone a little bit too far forward. Does have the W. Aki gets bursted out a little bit by the Tibbers. Mako taken down to about 2/3 of his HP. There's the quickness coming in. Does land on the two people. Can they finish off any of these kills? That's the question. Finally, Mako goes down, but what are they going to lose because of it? Great kick onto Leave, but it's just delivered him in front of Abel. And now Abel has nowhere to go. The kick was really good idea, but the execution just not quite on it. And now Fofo in a 1v1 versus Aki. Aki will take him down. PP God gets taken away off on the back end as well to a double kill side. To try and push down that turret. This would just be a second dragon for OMG, so not exactly the most impactful in the world, but Rift Herald going down mid. Honestly, EDG could get so much gold from this.
They really can. Also, I think it's really important to mention, Arla's at 2 items right now on the side lane. Expensive items at that. It's going to be an engaging will.
Charm, Leave, gets caught up, gets knocked up. There's no follow damage. No one could move back in on top of it. Shanji was too low, and Cream just didn't find an angle with his cooldowns down. That's two.
Sacrifices himself for the play. They keep the tower alive in the mid lane, I guess, because the Herald was dropped here. But how long is it going to stay up when this collapse comes in from EDG?
Oh, it's 4v2. There's Abel with the feathers going flying. Ala's now finally here. Mako does go down. The tower is still tanked up by JJ. Leave has gone down as well. They get the turret, but it's a costly one for the side of EDG. Not that costly.
It's Aki. It's Aki that's getting the shutdowns here, right? Getting the
Zeri, you still have the Fiora, you still have the Annie. They don't see the TP. There's going to be the Solar Flare. Not really landing on anybody just yet. Fofo waiting for it. Blasted in. 3-man Tibbers, and Cream is dead. They will trade it back, so it's a 1-for-1. Still a good situation for EDG coming in on top of this. And remember, Cream has TP and he might just use it straight away. Here we go. They're going to try and flip this Baron. It's down to about 8,000 HP. Half the HP left. Fofo no TP. It's a 4v5 as they look to try and make this fight happen. Leave has to use the cleanse immediately. They jump on top of him. They go all out. And Leave is dead. The flip has worked. They've gotten another. And they get themselves 2 more kills. It's a 3v5, but Ala's still huge. Remember that. You still have a Fiora with plenty of damage. No grand challenge to pop down. Baron restarting. As you can see, Ala looking for a little bit of movement here. They're going to try and get the Solar Flare down. They don't quite get it. The knock-up on the Mako, but PP God sacrificed himself to make this fight work. Finally, the feathers can fly. The Baron goes down. OMG are done with you right now, EDG. And they
sequence of events in the first place. Now they stand with the Baron. They've closed.
Head. You've got Soul now in 4 minutes time. You are taking back some of this standing gold, getting some towers for yourself. This is OMG just coming back and saying, look, we can...
Value. Plus just the general shielding. A very strong item once you go all out. Having that shield of, you know, over 1,000 in many instances can really keep the fight going for you a lot.
Healthy.
Yeah, I mean, there's even 2 Ocean Dragons just to heal up the low HP bars of OMG. The Dragon's being burned down. There's a flip. The Q's on the Dragon machine.
The Q's on the Dragon. They're going to take away the Cassante, but the Dragon Soul goes over to the side of OMG. They take out the Leona as well. Can they get the kills on the backside of this one? JJ looking for this. Abel just putting down the feathers. You can see them lining like a carpet, ready to send you to hell. EDG are looking to try and disengage. Aki goes back in. He's got the GA. He knows he's good to be as aggressive as possible. Leave has only got a couple more movement. He gets himself over the wall, but he's abandoned the rest of the team. Cream with the double. Ala has nowhere to go, and you know it's going to be the final kill. The parry is good, but the triple is better.
The triple is far better for Cream. When it comes to sieging, if you blow up a target from 100% to 20%, and you don't focus a little bit too heavily on the turnaround, JJ comes out of the pit very briefly. He's still here for the smite, but he just loses it, plain and simple. Split focus a bit as Abel continues to just get more damage out.
Healing everyone up. All of a sudden, those very low health bars aren't that low. Ala on a bit of a flank, but can he really do anything here? They have full vision on him. They know exactly where he is. Shanji just going to play bouncer for the moment. The inhibitor turret not quite got taken just yet. While we were in that very long replay, the Baron was secured here by OMG. They honestly just need like 1 or 2 more minions. Even the cannon minion Charles could just take this one down. No problem. JJ not really able to do anything in the 1v1 against Aki. And now Mako's been taken out. JJ using the Cyclone to try and protect his support. But now your engage is all on Fofo. He hasn't got flash either, so he's going to have to walk within melee range.
Still got cannons to work with. They're just going to let them chunk away at this Nexus tower. Yeah.
They're going to get the Nexus tower for sure. There's Ala on a TP, but it's just to kind of put him behind it. Your Nexus turret number 1 has gone down. They want the game before Mako can come back. The 4v5, JJ using the decoy to the best of his advantages. Now there's 3 cannons. It's Charles, it's Kevin, it's everyone. It's just everyone trying to put this one in. They're going to be able to nearly take down Fofo as well as Abel, just keeping themselves sustained. The Ocean Soul and the Bloodthirster just makes so that all this poke means nothing. Spirit Rush back up and available. Aki level 17. That is a level 17 jungler in this game right now. That is absurd, to say the least. Aki having an exceptional performance right now. Him alongside Cream just doing so much. And now OMG to cut off this wave while theirs has been cut off. Flash in for Mako. They're looking to try and get on top of Cream, but he's got himself a cleanse. Mako is dead. Aki now jumping onto leave as JJ is falling down. PP got as well. Aki looking to try and use his GA to the best of its effect. Abel still just kiting backwards. Gets all the feathers to recall. And now it's leave against the world. And the world is a cruel place. OMG stamp down their foot and say you are nothing but a test and we will pass you.
Exactly, OMG, A+, flying colors, and leave, despite the early lead, just couldn't ever find a Zeri moment in this game, and I think it's just credit to OMG, Aki as well, so many times, just kicking him out of the fight. And OMG, the story continues for game number 1 of this series, will take down EDG.
Yeah, kind of buffing him up and keeping him relevant as such. It's always very hard to burst out in Aphelios, and just works out exceptionally well. I will say Cream had an exceptional game into the Annie on the Ahri. Gonna go for the exact same thing. Came out like 30, 40 CS above his opposite number in that first game.
More of setup in every lane, besides here, where there's gonna be action.
There's gonna be a hell of a lot of action. Get the polymorph to stop any kind of escape. First blood goes over to JJ. Did have the flag. Gonna give over the dragon. Aki hasn't been found out just yet. Flash for flash. Abel goes over, cleanse off the exhaust, but can leave survive. He has got the gravitum that cannot go underneath the tower. Now Aki kind of in a bad situation right now. Heal gets used by Mako. There's the decoy coming out here. No flash here for PP God, so he's gonna have to try and battle dance his way out of this one here. A couple more seconds, and he's dead. Disaster there for OMG. They could have just let it all go.
Just a bit of an awkward call. It's one of those things. There's a couple of options on the table. They make the wrong one, and now there's a fight in the top side.
Yeah, flash away by Ala. He has got a blast cone if he wants to try and come back into this, but a flash charm is that JJ has nowhere to go. He's trying to run away as best he can. He is getting away pretty significantly, but the W from Cream means they're able to secure that one back in their favor. So
the 1-plate tower on the bottom side now.
Still no flash.
Yeah, no flash. Has Oliver.
Yeah, looking to try and maybe get onto Shanji. He's dead. Oh, he flashes away! But he gets killed off at the end. The Wukong comes in. Aki stopping the retreat, but does mean he ends up taking the kill away from Shanji.
Still damage being done, and finally, after the complete unyielding presence on the bottom side from EDG, he's on the hunt. Now, the issue is, Cream's not here just yet, but he's got Spirit Rush.
He's got Spirit Rush, and there's no stun available for Fofo, and you can see they wanted to immediately try and take him out. The stopwatch is massive. Can they get the resets onto Viego? So far, so good for JJ as he tries to just kite this one out. Aki's going to have to give up his life. It's a trade of 1-for-1 in favor. It's an equal trade.
Fight with the Spirit Rush resets alongside the Heartbreaker in this case. Split as we come out of the replay immediately because
He's looking for more. Abel goes in within melee range, but he's got support from his team now. You can see they're trying to go on the backside of this one. Leave just will not die. And eventually gets taken out. Ala on the back end cleans up the kills. Triple kill for the cannon. And that was all off of OMG. Having those extra resistances can be huge. So OMG so far tanking up the Dragon there, taking a little bit too much damage, you would imagine, for their liking. Dragon resets. Cream still on a little bit of a flank, but walks any further forward and he will be spotted out now. JJ still in the...
They must see him now.
They must see him. They're going to go in. They're going to try and get on top of him, but there's going to be the ultimates down. The crashing and coming in. Ala just trying to get his lightning storm to go do something, but just can't get the damage out. The 2-for-1 trade, but look at it. Leave. He's on the Zephelios. He doesn't have the red. Ooh, not quite able to catch on top of him. They don't get the charm, but they've isolated him away from his team. These chakrams are doing work right now. Cream gets out the perfect stopwatch. Triple kill coming in from Abel. And my God, did OMG need that fight.
Oh, really good stuff, and I think just the fact that OMG were able to just put so much damage into what little front line there is available to EDG really pays dividends.
And look, it is still a 4-for-3 trade, so you don't come out unscathed there as OMG, but it's
turtle out this game and keep things playable. PP God gets caught out on vision, and it's 4v5 on the map all of a sudden.
To defend this tier 2 in the mid lane. They will end up getting themselves just a little bit of free gold again. It will be traded back on the top side, but tier 2 worth more than tier 1. And I'll
oh boy,
thinking about maybe going for the gates. There is a Banshees though, so it would take a while to burn through Cream.
I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't like if he goes for it simply because if he used his ult, he'd take this 5v5. And I don't blame them at all. So they'll give over this one Dragon.
You can see Aki moving himself around. They don't want just the Dragon, they want the fight as well. OMG setting themselves up to really break open this game and potentially break open this series as well. Here we go. Mako has to flash away. They're going to see Shanji kind of moving in. He flashes back. 2-man stun there from Popo, but there's no follow-up. Leave has to flash away and keep himself alive as Aki finds himself on the backside, flashing away from the rest of the team. Now the Heartbreaker comes down. That's going to be Shanji going down. EDG just using this massive gold lead they've got for themselves to overpower the rest of OMG, and OMG cannot get the engage off.
No, not ideal. I think they're just going to give up the soul as well. Shanji, he just feels like Leave oversteps for a second, and he wants to try this Baron started.
Smite for Cream.
It's there as well, so it's 2,400 the execution. They can both get in the pit, and they've got vision.
Oh, he goes in, he tries to look for it, stolen! Cream sacrifices his life alongside Aki, but they get the Baron. Massive.
Maybe try and see if they can blow some spells out of Cream, but I'm not going to do that. They just want to commit for this tower on the bottom side, get the tier 2 slowly again. Kind of just keep OMG in base, but they're actually quite a bit here. Tower's going to drop on the bottom side. The rotation's finally coming in from OMG, but it's late.
Cream is so low now after this. Popo just keeping everyone else away. PP God goes in, gets the charm up. They get away the cannon. No slicing maelstrom to come out. They need a kill off the Zephelios, and they have. JJ finds himself behind enemy lines, and that is not where you need to be. PP God with the insane engage and a helter-skelter from Abel secures themselves 4 kills for 1.
Taking that tower, but the collapse is actually quite good, even though Shanji dies immediately. It feels like a bit of a repeat of that previous Dragon fight where Fofo holds up multiple members of OMG, but it doesn't really matter because the core member is kind of just caught out in this case, and OMG find 4 members that they're just going to get inhib. They're going to punish with an inhib off the back of that.
Maybe not an inhib, but definitely the tower.
Away. Yeah, definitely the tower. All right, that's fine.
You got to spend have Shanji go back to base and TP him back in.
Yeah, they're going to have to. They need him at full HP. Mid lane's being taken up. This Dragon is already half HP. Look at Fofo. Look at Fofo.
Don't know exactly where he is. Now they do. He flashes in, but he only gets it onto Cream. Not ideal. Nobody else follows up. The Dragon down to 6,000 HP. They're trying to go for this. The electric crash comes down. They jump on the lead. There's going to be the slicing maelstrom down with Andy and Kennen to lead it in an instant. Abel trying to carry this fight, but look at Leave. He's still alive. He's still kicking, and he's still pumping out damage. Nothing to be done now for the side of OMG. Aki will fall, and the Elder Dragon will be going to EDG.
Yeah, so much AoE damage comes out on the back end on to Abel as he skates forward. And unfortunately, he skates forward into the weighing hands of JJ, so he takes the form, and EDG have 2 Fed AD carries on their side to clean up that team fight. OMG definitely could have had that one, but
a real contest coming out here from OMG. Maybe they look to try and get a Q over the wall. I have seen Janna Tornado steal Barons, so, you know, I'm not going to be super surprised if it does happen. But Cream TP down the bot side just to make
up by Abel. He escapes into JJ and just gives him the his airy form.
Got a minute left of Elder Dragon, 2 minutes of Baron. They might look to try and just end the game right here, right now. See how afraid they are. Red, white, let's fight. Leave wants to be carrying himself into an equal game status. It's going to be an immediate cleanse. They look to try and engage onto Leave. They're looking to try and catch him, but Aki cannot make it work. Ala goes golden. The Scion is dead. They do kill off the cannon, but the Rakan is now down 2. Nexus turret number 1 has fallen. They're jumping straight in onto this backside. EDG, they will not be throwing this game away as JJ gets a triple, and we're going to a 1-1 scoreline.
Even after game 2, 1-1 apiece, and EDG strike back. And that's a little more reminiscent of the EDG
setup, but it's going to be the Scion back in here for Shanji in that top side. I will say, should have a little bit of an easier time to be able to CS and kind of keep relevancy against the Jax. Melee into melee should be able to kind of trade that one back fairly decently. And the Renata I love as well, because you touched on it very briefly. You're going into so many champions that just want to try and jump on top of you, run into you, and be close range. More valuable. Aki going to have to try and cover this bot side. So here comes JJ. They really want to try and force this one back. Abel and PB God neither have flash, neither have anywhere to go. He will not be wasting his cleanse. That's just really smart pathing here from EDG.
I think Ala cancelled it from the auto attack as the flash came through, because a lot of the time you'll see a member flash away. I think Shanji might be dead here.
Yeah, no flash this time around.
Oh,
look at the knockup. Nope, never mind.
Yeah,
yeah, that time around, the Jax is able to get the kill. We'll get the wave crashed in, no problem at all from Shanji, but yeah.
To like you know, use the W as he's channeling up the Q here. Maybe he gets the knockup and probably turns the kill around. That's why Ala goes for it now.
Top side still no flash on Ala, so if he goes aggressively with the leap strike, he could just be straight up dead. He's gonna do it. Yep, he goes aggressive and now he's going to be caught in a lot of trouble. Shanji going to try and maybe go for it. Needs to be very careful with how far forward he goes. But baits it out absolutely perfectly. Aki returns the favor for his top laner.
One member Sheen, so see whether they can get that done.
They have the hostile takeover. Eventually coming out. They've moved themselves in. Now there goes the Event Horizon as they try and jump in onto the backside here. Stolen away. Green got it with the spell book. The hostile takeover is great. The Rakan is dead. And here comes Shanji. Ruben in with all the power of a freight train. Have to go for some more, but maybe Fofo might be in a bit of trouble. Does have flash, so would be able to kind of bring it back forward. Doesn't bring him quite underneath the tower. Get the charm down, get the Everfrost in. They're going to go inside the cage, and the baby shall rage as there's nothing the Veigar can do.
Surprised that Shanji did not press his Arki when he got the Q slowdown, because 100% force out flash. Hello.
A little knock up there, but it's going to be a red-white. They're going to be able to continue to fight. Hostile takeover is just that, hostile. That is OMG now.
25, 30, 40% movement speed just for half a second. That's going to make a difference, Aki.
You're going to see the ghost being popped there by Fofo. Keep him in a pretty decent spot for the Summoner Spellbook, so moving himself away. But this is already seeing able to take a fair chunk of damage. See if there's any plants for him to be able to kind of work with. Cream dancing away here. Does get caught up a little bit by the sun and will flash away before the Event Horizon can come down. TP from top does mean that Ala is in the fight now. They haven't gotten rid of the vision in the back of the pit, so they know exactly what's going on here. Ala on a master flank. PP God knows it as well. No hostile takeover. 3-man stun. And can they find any more onto it? They're trying to just jump onto Ala. They've killed off the Vi. They've got the damage. Oh my god, that Moonlight Vigil was huge to try and keep this one in, but Shanji has nowhere left to go. There's no follow-up after it. I thought they could have turned it around, but it's EDG who get themselves
go and collapse on the 4. Even though Shanji eventually makes it to that front line fight, doesn't really matter because Ala's got that back line.
We'll see the Rift Herald dropped into mid. I'll keep the game. Using the Scion ultimate for the Xayah ultimate's pretty good because that means you can do stuff like this. And we're going to see, though, a lot of movement all the way back, and Aki goes way too far forward.
It's not even Aki's fault. He just presses R. Saves leave his cleanse as we're getting a T-Tour of this. Look how far he's gone.
Yeah. He's gone very far, but we got no time because now Leave in a lot of trouble. He's going to get popped on by Cream. The hostile takeover is good. The cleanse comes out. Cream gets exhausted on the back end of this. Abel has to cleanse himself. Still has flash available should he need it. But the event horizons are just doing so much right now. The bailout's just going to do nothing. This Veigar gets a triple kill. Veigar gets a quadra kill. Fofo just explodes onto the map.
Just stop himself from being engaged on. Featherstorm is just so powerful here. Aki, I think, went in again, but the ultimate just gets cancelled out. There's nothing you can do about it. And that was the choice made at B1 in this draft, right? It's always Zyra or Vi, and they went for the Vi, they go with the Zyra Khan. And this time, it just
when you're talking about a Vi, that's all she does is engage. Now we're going to see Drelia's used, is able to just get the Scale Force out. That is still a pretty tanky Shanji. Not tanky enough, it only has a no magic mantle, but that magic is starting to do overwhelming amounts of damage. 5,000 gold lead now, 10-5 in kills, 2 dragons apiece, but EDG in firm control after they took the Baron as well.
Yeah, absolutely. EDG just have complete control. They can do what they want. The baby cage as well can zone away everybody as they just take down this tower. They'll get the inhib if they so want it, and it looks like they do. OMG just have to throw a bit of a Hail Mary here, see what they can find. But the issue is, it can just never be on to leave, and there's still a stopwatch on right now for OMG.
There really isn't. As we can see, a big TP coming in from Shanji, but they're going the opposite direction, my dude. See if they go for they now that they're a bit separated in. Here we go. Choo-choo. Can they catch anybody out? The Karma's great onto Mako. That's going to stop a lot of this counter engage coming out. Cream trying to see if he can catch out Lead. Shanji here. Ala trying to see if he hasn't got enough mana. He didn't have enough mana for the leap strike. He couldn't get back on those. First pick priority coming back into Shanji because he's just not getting the resources.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Shanji has just had 2 games where he's not looked particularly good on this Sion. And like you're mentioning, it's just not his core strength or identity even, really. He's capable, but this game has just not been it. Now that's an engage.
They're going in. Mako has to flash away. They're not going to be able to kill him. Aki goes gold in the hostile takeover to try and give some time. The Moonlight Vigil is okay, but not exceptional. Ala goes golden to try and keep going. This is underneath the tower. Got 3 kills and nobody goes down from EDG. You can see they're just trying so desperately here as OMG, but no one's dying.
Yeah, OMG just barely don't have the damage to find anything. So many low health bars. But in the end, it's not going to matter. They're going to get their second inhibitor of this game. How are they going to look for the end? It's 5v2. The health bars are low, but they know Abel doesn't have big AoE guns. And they found him. Machine, he's gone.
He's dead. EDG starting to ramp up, starting to warm up into this series. They lost game number 1, but the last 2 have been all about them, all about the power that they can get from this top lane and move it around the map. We'll see Mako go down, but it's all just a consolation prize as EDG move themselves to 2-1 in this series.
Clean game. Clean game this time around. I think OMG had their moments, but far less than game number 2.
Here for OMG. We never even talked about it. We never even got to discuss it really at all. The Elise pick makes perfect sense because the Jace is still up and available. The Jace that was banned consistently throughout these first 3 games was left open now in game number 4. If you can win this now as OMG while facing the Jace, the game 5 draft is just going out the window. Let themselves go down 15-20 CS, and then the Elise kind of loses its value later on in the game.
Definitely does.
Oh, flash gets used. Ala now underneath the tower. Can he survive? That's the question. Oh, he trades this. That's a really unfortunate moment there for Aki, but 1 for 1.
The execution does fall a little bit short, but Ala doesn't really miss anything. He clears a majority of the wave in the zombie form, then teleports. Anyway, dive is happening on the bottom side. Abel's already gone.
He's dead. You see the flash being used already. There's a good hook though. JJ not gonna be able to. You know what? I mean, I don't want anyone to fact check me on that. I just want to believe it.
I'll say he's probably not gotten a cannon on screen so far today.
Well, Leave has got flash and cleanse and has to use both of them, but he's waited too long. Or has he? The Lulu, the machine gun, using the picks to get it all going for them, and PP God thought he had something to go. Curious to see how that one would work, and now Abel moving in, getting caught out straight away by Aki. That's just really smart baiting, but can they finish off the kill? That's the real question. They've got to flash in. They're going to go for the hook. Murano up for the thresh. PP God committed everything. But can Aki get away? Again, Mako with the machine gun Lulu. Trying so hard. The Akali goes in. It's a double kill for the Jace. And now, can they get the execute? No! It's falling apart. He has to commit. He knows he's dead. It ends up being a 2 for 2 in the end of it all. But my good flip, so can't really follow it up. PP God is here. We have 5v5, you would imagine, if EDG want to go for the lightning crash comes out. They miss the Q as the Herald does get secured, I believe. As they look for the fight now afterwards, Cream finds them! Mako dead as well! Where have they all gone? JJ does get blocked out, not quite going to go down, but 3 kills, or 2 kills.
There's no execute there on JJ as well, and Shanji blocks the ultimate. Where does he bring him with the all out? Does he just make him? He just follows him down. Really, really simple.
Yeah. Nothing you can do there. No flash available, no ult to get out, and you're just getting run down. That's just as easy as it is. Even with the kiting of the turret, so close, so close for OMG just to kind of react and get them, you know, so much more opportunity to turn back the damage.
Back with all of that lethality, all the AD that the Maru mana will eventually give. I think one important point to note, honestly, all this all out across the wall. I mean, it's a long run.
It is an all out, and the Ghost as well. We are going to see San use his ultimate to try and gain away, but will he get knocked back? Yes, he will. Not enough damage just yet, but he is tripping him down very nicely. Aki is here, and Aki executes him. Really well done there by the OMG top and jungle.
Shanji might not have had enough damage by himself. Onto not a full tank works out now. Look at this play.
Oh, they get the kick down, but can they kill him off? Yes, they can.
Yes, they can.
The cleanse and the flash just not enough to keep him alive, and Aki feels his shroud. Might be in a little bit of trouble here. Ooh, nice flash. Cream just looks like a different human being on this pick. Yes, look, do not get me wrong. He's still falling behind Fofo in this matchup, but the Akali
and GG, I think, is a little bit more, actually.
And the tier 1 as well.
But, and the tier 1. Yeah, you're right, actually. But it will be traded out for mid lane towers, so it's gold value for map pressure. Gold to himself, he'll get landed over, so it's not a long walk, and it's a fight on 2 fronts, which honestly OMG prefer a little bit more, and yet you have to make a decision to go in.
Gotta go for it. The Moonlight Vigil is decent. That kick is even better. But can they kill off Leave? They cannot. Aki's gone down. The Dragon's still alive. Cream looking for the execution on the back end of this. Olive very, very low, but he's the tank. He soaked up his damage. He's done his work. We're going to see the cleanse come in as Leave tries to scout this one out. And Shanji takes him out. His 3rd kill. Fofo looking for a little bit more, but he can't get the damage down. Kasanji strikes again. And that's everything you want here for OMG. They'll even pick up Mako on the back end of this, but they've got the Akali. It's still a 2v2. They're going to try to get the knockback here into Ale, who's been soaking up a little bit too much damage and now has nowhere to go. Has got a flash. It's a little bit too little too late, or do they look for the fight after the fact? That's the question. Dragon secured. Do they want to try and look for this one here? The Cocoon was decent. The perfect execution.
These diving bruisers, assassins, whatever it may be. As now OMG rampage through the mid lane. They get the titch for the next dragon fight in a minute's time. Maybe they pick him off. You can start to see the potency of the poke from Jace as well. And they are here first in the river, and again, that's the setup. The preferable setup that they need.
Abel. Yeah, I don't know why you're fighting for that one whatsoever. Fofo rightfully brings down the hammer. And I mean, there's no need. I'm annoyed damn quickly. Elise, Zeri, and Jace, they'll destroy this right now. The Akali is nowhere to be found. Cream is not going to be a part of this straight away. They're going to be turning away from this one. Shanji trying to run away, but they have no vision control. EDG are suffocating OMG out of this. Aki needs to find himself a way into this pit if he can. They do get some decent vision down. Fofo's been caught now. The lightning crash, and Fofo is dead. PP God going to be next to the follow. Lead is the next big carry that you need to be able to kill off. Mako goes down as Abel just finds himself 1v3 trying to get the chakrams over it. But have they done enough? It's a 3-for-2 in favor of EDG, but I don't think the Baron
going to finally kick it off. They're going to get information because Finkel comes over the wall. Cream!
Oh, Cream. He's getting chased down there by Leave. You're going to have to leave right now because you don't really have the momentum or the trying to see if they can run away from this one. One more Q from JJ, but Leave takes it away from him with his own. They have given time for these respawns to come in. Mako, gone.
Come out. It's gone.
Oh, just nothing going the right way for OMG. Now Shanji on this Cassante is not doing what he needs to be doing. They have got out Ala. They're only going to do a little bit of damage, nothing else more. Again, he's
the actual soul itself, because he just dies so slowly. Damage reduction is pretty valuable. As EDG approach Harkeys on the flank. It has to be an excellent kick.
He needs to kick Leave. He needs to kick Leave, but no flash, no cleanse. He needs to find a good target, but he can't. They're going to try and jump back in on top of him. Leave has been caught out and taken out. Aki goes golden to give himself a little bit of extra time, but he shall go no further than that. Back to the great screen with you. The Lulu has gone down, and All is forced to flash away as well. He will be killed off by Shanji, who takes a dark passage. That leads him to some light. Not quite the best situation here for OMG, but for that little history lesson there, but we are going to come back in. It's going to be a little bit of an elder flip. This could be it. 16 to 16, gold basically even. Damage already coming out. So much on the PP God. Can they get anything else off? But EDG not willing to kind of fully commit to this one just yet. They don't have flash on leave just yet, and they don't want to just try and run into him. But PP God and Abel taking so much. You cannot stop a Scion! And leave gets up the kills! Now you're no lady carry and no support! There's nowhere for you to run, there's nowhere for you to go! And you just cannot take this fight. EDG will be taking this series 3-1.
They will indeed. Allah with the massive that the series will come to its conclusion. EDG will put a stop temporarily to this Cinderella story that has been the last couple of series for OMG. They'll drop them down into that lower bracket against BLG, and EDG set themselves up with a date against JGDG in that semi-final bracket.
A lot of G's in the LPL,
a lot of G's.
But no bigger G's than EDG right now. They're feeling good. Look, game one didn't go as planned.